Coming up on ABC7 Sports Sunday, Super Bowl 51 in the books. Brady and Belichick trying to get a ring for the thumb, but they'd have to get past Matty Ice and the Falcons. We'll have the highlights and post-game reaction from Houston. Plus, former NFL running back Lamont Jordan joins me live in studio. He's a former Pat, by the way. We'll break down the big game, get his take on what the Redskins need to do this offseason. We'll also count down from 5 to 1 our plays of the week. So we promise not to be too pushy in the process. Sports Sunday starts now.
Buckle up, sports fans. This is ABC7 Sports Sunday.
Hello and welcome to ABC7 Sports Sunday. I'm Robert Burton. Don't call it a comeback. Call it one of the best comebacks in Super Bowl history. The Pats down 28-3 at one point, and somehow they find a way to win the Super Bowl. So let's go there. We pick it up in the second. 7-0 Falcons. Matt Ryan finds Austin Hooper for a 19-yard score. Falcons look like they were in complete control of this one. 14-0 after that. Late in the second, disaster for the Pats. Tom Brady picked off by Robert Alford, and he takes it to the house. Nobody's going to catch him. It's an 82-yard touchdown. Falcons just pouring it on, up 21-0 after this. So we move to the third quarter. Falcons pick up right where they left off. Ryan just slinging out here to Tevin Coleman this time. That's a 6-yard touchdown. So Falcons up 28-3, but the Pats chip away in the fourth, down 28-12 after a turnover. Tom Brady to Danny Amendola. That's a touchdown. 2-point conversion's good. Patriots within 8. So just over 2 minutes to go, Patriots on the move. Brady's pass, it's tipped, and somehow Julian Edelman makes the miraculous catch. He gets his fingertips under the ball. That's top 10 right there. So 1 minute to go. James White, he's the man with the plan. Gets the handoff, and look at that. He's in for the score. It's a 2-point conversion was good. Tom Brady brings the Pats all the way back. It's tied at 28. Now this game will go into overtime. Look at James White, ends it. The 2-yard touchdown run, an amazing comeback for the Patriots. They win their 5th Super Bowl. Final score 34-28. Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, one of the all-time great sports duos. Here's what they had to say after the game.
We knew we had a shot, so defense played well. It was a tough game. It was a crazy game. We're happy.
Obviously, we went out there and we didn't play our best game in the first half. We had to come back and regroup after halftime, and come out here and play our best half of football. You know, to put ourselves in the position to possibly win this game, and we did that.
It's nice to have everybody here, and it's going to be a great celebration tonight. So, thank you to all our fans, everyone back in Boston, New England. We love you. You've been with us all year. We're bringing this sucker home.
Wow. All right, so we have an Interpol question going right now. Do you think Super Bowl 51 was the greatest Super Bowl ever? Go to our website, wjla.com/vote now. Time to welcome in Lamont Jordan, former NFL running back with the Raiders, Jets, Patriots, and Broncos. He's also a former Terp. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Now it's time to talk about what everyone has been waiting to talk about all night. Lady Gaga's performance. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, man. You should have seen your face, though. Seriously, though, former Pat, answer me this. Tom Brady, is he the GOAT?
He's the GOAT. I have to give it to him. I'm a big John Elway fan. And what he was able to do, not just tonight, but to miss the 4 games, to come and lead his team in the last 12 games of the season, to get them to the Super Bowl, to be down by, I believe it was 25 points, and to bring your team back to pick up the victory, that's Tom Brady. That's the New England Patriots.
Now, you said, and we all saw it at one point, 28-3, you said you were about to put something on Facebook saying the second half belongs to the Patriots. So you saw this comeback happening, right?
Yeah, this is what I felt. I felt that the Patriots were built to withstand the Falcons storm, but I didn't think that the Falcons can withstand the Patriots storm. Coming into the game, to me, I felt that the Falcons had to get their running backs involved early. I felt that they can get their running backs involved early. That would put a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense, and it would open things up for Julio and the offense. The big question that I had for the Atlanta Falcons was this defense going to be able to play at a high level for 4 quarters? That was going to be the key. The Patriots, I'm quite sure they went into the locker room, cool, calm, and collective, and they came out in the second half and just showed why Bill Belichick is the greatest coach of all time.
So you talk about a team like the Atlanta Falcons, never been there before. Matty Ice, never been there before. Were you surprised that they jumped out to a 28-3 lead?
I was surprised that they got out to a 28-3 lead. It didn't surprise me that they got out to a lead, but to hold the Patriots the way they did in the first half, you know, I was just like, whoa, we're going to have to see what happens in the second half. They came out, you saw a couple of drops, which is uncharacteristic of the Patriots, but I think that this game and what the Patriots represent is about so much more than just football. That game tonight showed you so much about life, how you can be down, you can go in at halftime, get to make the necessary corrections, and then come out, maintain your poise, just stick to your game plan no matter how tough things get. And at the end of the game, the Patriots proved just that.
All right, so you say Tom Brady is the GOAT. Now let's talk about the other quarterback, Matty Ice. Would you say he's an elite quarterback? Because he made it to the Super Bowl, took this team there, didn't win it, but he was there. Is he an elite quarterback? It's a tough question.
Well, okay, I would put it this way. I would say Tom Brady is the GOAT.
Okay.
I think that I would put Matt Ryan up there with Ben Roethlisberger.
Okay.
In that category, I still think that Aaron Rodgers is still kind of below Brady, but above everybody else. And I think that Matt Ryan is right there with the rest of the bunch as far as Ben Roethlisberger, Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, things of that nature.
All right, so you played for the Patriots. You have a tie. You have a connection to this team. So considering everything that this team has gone through this season, you know, Tom Brady suspended for 4 weeks straight. And you're smiling right now. You're smiling, and I haven't even gotten to it yet. You see this right here, Goodell giving, you know, the Lombardi Trophy to, you know, Robert Kraft and everything. When you see this, how does this make you feel as a former Patriot?
I feel great, and I'm hoping that the Jets fans, you know, that they don't feel a certain way about it. I was a guy, I hated the Patriots. We played them twice a year, and that happened for 4 years in a row. And in my mind, I kept saying, why do we keep losing to these guys? These guys aren't that good. Well, in 2008, when I stepped foot into that locker room, I tell people all the time, a spirit jumped on me. And I just sat back, I kept my mouth shut. I remembered all the things that Coach Lynch taught me back in Suitland High School, Mike Loxley taught me at University of Maryland, and then my coaches, Herm Edwards, and I just took all of the coaching, the way my mom raised me, and I just kept my mouth shut, and I just went along with what the Patriots did. And it just makes, it's a great feeling when you see that a system and sticking with your system outbeats a team that is just full of talent. And I think that that's what the Patriots represent.
All right, and you have your Patriots colors on tonight, too.
Yes, sir.
All right, way to go. Okay, hang tight. We're going to get your thoughts on the Redskins and what they're going to do with Kirk Cousins. All that good stuff, that's coming up on ABC7 Sports Sunday when we come back.
Really said it. I mean, it all feels surreal right now. I mean, it's just a great team victory. I mean, you couldn't even write this script. You could never imagine it, but we went out there and did it. It's a great team victory.
Mr. White, the man of the hour right there. Huh? How about that? Okay, so let's talk about the team back here at home. And you know who we're going to start with first is the quarterback, Kirk Cousins, him signing a long-term deal. Now, remind me, are you a fan of him signing a long-term deal, or are you a guy who wants to tag him again?
I would say get him to a long-term deal if you can, but I trust the Redskins management with this. You don't want to put yourself in a situation where you sign Kirk Cousins to a long-term deal and you put yourself in a position where you're not able to help, where you're not able to rebuild and put the pieces in everywhere else that you need. The way I see it, if you let Kirk Cousins go, then you have enough money to put towards every other position on the field so that whoever your quarterback is, they'll have a supporting cast that will help them through that transition.
So you say sign him to a long-term deal, but a lot of people say if you watch that game, that last game against the Giants, they say, look at his face. He's scared right now. He's not an elite quarterback. He's not ready. Don't sign him to a long-term deal. What do you say to those people?
I would say that he's a quarterback that for the last 2 years has given the Redskins something that they haven't had around here in years, and that's hope. That's a legitimate quarterback that they feel, that Redskins fans feel can kind of get the Redskins over the hump. With that said, he's also a quarterback that's playing without a bona fide tight end, and his running game as a whole is very suspect. With that said, if you could beef up the offensive lineman, I love the fact that Jay Gruden is calling the plays right now. So regardless of whether you sign Kirk to a long-term deal or you franchise him, I think that if he's here next year, that I think Jay Gruden calling the plays is going to be something that's going to be critical for him. And I really think that they really have to get a backfield.
And so you mentioned that Rob Kelly kind of came into the game because Matt Jones wasn't quite getting it done. Do you see him emerging as an elite running back in the NFL?
For me, with Robert Kelly, he has to show that they could depend on him as far as catching the ball out of the backfield. When you're talking about an every down back, the Atlanta Falcons, although they lost, if you look at those two backs they have, those are two bona fide starting running backs playing on the same team. And if you look at throughout the whole season what the Falcons were able to do with their big backs, the thing that separated them was their backs were able to catch the ball out of the backfield. All right, Robert Kelly, the few passes that he dropped, he just didn't look like he was comfortable catching the ball. So I think that he needs to beef up as far as being better with catching the ball. I think Matt Jones, I believe he has another year on his contract. I think that this is the year for him. This right here, this year is going to decide whether he is not just with the Redskins, but are you going to be in the National Football League?
Wow.
Because you have a reputation for being a fumbler. I don't see where he's a guy that's really a threat out of the backfield, but he is young, and I think that by giving him another year, let him get comfortable. He has an opportunity to see Robert Kelly go out there and take his spot for the most part. Allow those two guys to come back and compete. And then go, even in the draft, there was a guy that I coached at the NFL Collegiate Bowl, last name Logan, played running back at Carolina. I think that he's a guy that a guy like him you could bring in to replace Thompson, because we don't know if we want to get Thompson back. So get a tight end. Get a veteran running back. I really think you need to get a veteran running back in here, somebody that you can depend on, a guy that can give you at least a year or two to kind of help out your young backfield. Get him a tight end. And with Jay Gruden calling the plays, I think that the Redskins will be a lot better offensively this year.
All right, former NFL running back Lamont Jordan and former Patriot. Congrats, man. Congrats. And the sock game is strong. You guys can't see it, but it's amazing. All right, when we come back, the Caps playing a matinee at Verizon. They started their homestand the right way. Stay with us. More Sports Sunday coming up.
You're watching ABC7 Sports Sunday.
Welcome back. Let's talk hockey. The Caps trying to make it 3 in a row. The good 3 in a row, that is, hosting the Kings back from Montreal. Special moment for Alex Ovechkin before the game. The Caps honored him for scoring his 1,000th point last month. Ted Leonsis presented over with the golden stick, family on hand as well. Early in the first, Caps get on the board. Brett Connolly stole the puck, found Lars Eller in front. 1-0 Caps after that. Second period. 2-0 Caps. The Kings turn it over again. Tom Wilson finds Connolly all alone in front. He lights the lamp. Caps get the shutout win 5-0. Scott Abraham has more from Verizon.
The start of a 4-game homestand, a success for the Washington Capitals. Big win today, blanking the LA Kings 5-0 in a day where fans received one of these Alex Ovechkin cutouts honoring his 1,000th career NHL point. The Caps offense scored early and often, tallying 4 goals in the first 2 periods en route to their 9th straight home win.
When we play right away, we get the lead. Obviously, it's fun to play. You can see we have plenty of chances to score more.
I think we've been really good at ready to go out of the gates and trying to play fast and get everybody involved. We understand that when we get everybody involved early, we're a better team.
Philip Grubauer, sensational in net for the Caps, registering 38 saves in the shutout win.
It's a little bit different 12 o'clock game, back-to-back, so you got to be prepared and get the motor running. I think all the guys were going today at home.
With today's win, the Caps continue to widen the gap in the Metropolitan Division. They are 7 points clear of Columbus and Pittsburgh. The Caps return to action on Tuesday, hosting Carolina. Reporting at Verizon Center, Scott Abraham, ABC7 Sports.
All right, Scott, thanks. Well, what can you say about the Lady Terps? They're unstoppable right now, just plowing their way through the Big Ten, and it didn't slow down against Indiana today. Maryland already had a 19-point lead at half, and it got worse for the Hoosiers in the third. Off the steal, Destiny Slocum, the finish on the other end, part of a 9-0 run to start the third. And it gets better. Shatori Walker-Kimbrough, closing seconds of the quarter, 65 feet out. Look at that. The Terps just on another level right now. Maryland wins 92-56. They're now 23-1. It's the best start in school history. All right, ahead on Sports Sunday, your favorite part of the show. It's our plays of the week. We'll drop it from 5 to 1 and drop some ridiculous shots as well. That's next. Welcome back to Sports Sunday. Time now for our plays of the week. We'll show you the 5 best plays from around the globe, any sport, pro, amateur, anything in between. So let's get to it. How about this? Number 5, college tennis. Check out Georgia Tech's Rashida McAdoo. She's going back for the lob shot, goes between the legs for the point. Andre Agassi made that play famous. McAdoo with the amazing court awareness to blast the winner. Number 4, college hoops. Greg Pryor of Tennessee Chattanooga steals the pass, heaves a shot toward the basket as he's falling out of bounds. Somehow this goes in. Ridiculous shot from Pryor. Here's another look at it. Even his teammates can't believe what they just saw. If you can lip read here, check it out. Oh my God, what just happened? Chattanooga wins 91-68. Number 3, we've seen half-court shots, but kicking a half-court shot. Yes, sir. This is not a trick photography or anything like that. Watch the flight of the ball. We don't know who this guy is, have no idea where he's from, but he's just draining an amazing shot right here. So he's on TV. Congrats. Number 2, Del Curry showing he still got it in a tie and jacket, no less. The bank is open, people. Steph Curry dared his dad to shoot one, and the old man didn't disappoint. Like father, like son. Del Curry, as smooth as ever. Look at him. And our number 1 play, backed by popular demand, it's Shatori Walker-Kimbrough.
At the buzzer.
Yes, it was all working today for Maryland. Walker-Kimbrough, 0.1 seconds on the clock, gets the shot off in time, ending the third quarter. Walker-Kimbrough, she had 23 in the game, by the way. Maryland improves to 23-1. That's the best start in school history. Stay with us. Sports Sunday rolls on after this. Welcome back to Sports Sunday. You're looking live. It's downtown Boston after the Patriots make a miraculous comeback, winning the Super Bowl 34-28 in overtime. Tom Brady named MVP. You talk about how they came back 28-3 at one point. Falcons came out swinging, but there's this guy, Tommy Terrific, teams up with probably the greatest coach of all time, Bill Belichick, and they get it done once again. And once again, I'm Robert Burton. Thank you so much. That's all the time we have for this edition of ABC7 Sports Sunday. For Scott Abraham, we'll see you next time.